Welcome to 22 Sounds New Release Alert. In this series, we look at the most exciting releases that are coming up next week, just in time to put in your pre-orders and make sure you can get those records that you're eyeing before they're all sold out. As you know, pressing plants have trouble keeping up. Oftentimes new releases are sold out pretty much immediately, so really your best bet to get them is to pre-order them before the release date. So that's why we are doing these little videos highlighting some of the stuff that's about to come out. You can pre-order those records straight through us at 22soundrecords.com. And yeah, please subscribe to our channel, like, comment, let us know what records you are looking forward to, and follow us on our social media. All right, let's get right in. This is release week, April 8th, and the big one for the week, or probably arguably the biggest one, is Jack White's Fear of the Dawn. Well, Jack White is back. It's been about 4 years since his last album, and he has been very productive. This is only the first of 2 albums that he is about to release this year. This one is coming out the next week, and then we have his second one coming out in July. And when asked why 2 records, Jack White said it wasn't really planned like that, but when he started writing and recording, he realized that it was really 2 distinctive type of songs that he was putting together, and ended up making one album that he called Really Hard. This is the one that's about to come out, and then the second one that's a little mellower. He called it almost a Sunday morning album. So that one we can look forward to in July. But for this week, we're looking forward to Fear of the Dawn. And with Jack White, he has been a big advocate of vinyl records for a long time. Obviously, he has his own record label. He even has his own pressing plant, and always has really nice packaging. There's an indie exclusive variant. They always sound really good. He puts a lot of effort into the medium, so that is definitely one that that we're looking forward to have on vinyl. Jack White, Fear of the Dawn. Well, next one up is our favorite gay Canadian who wears a mask all the time and makes country music. Well, that is obviously Orville Peck. And his new album came out a couple weeks ago, but it's now coming out on the 8th on vinyl. So if you want to grab that, get your pre-orders in there. And Orville Peck, of course, very distinct niche that he is occupying. He has, of course, exploded a little bit before the pandemic with his album Pony, followed up by the EP, his major label debut Show Pony. He even had a duet with Shania Twain. And yeah, has really become a big star in a very short amount of time. Well, the whole lockdown that he said put him into a state of a deep depression. That's when he was writing this album. So this is an album coming from a pretty dark place, but which actually kind of works in his favor when it comes to it, artistically speaking. That kind of darkness, that kind of dark vibe is one of the things that makes him so special. And combined with that, sometimes kind of traditional country sound, really makes him one of the most interesting country artists at the moment. One that really has been able to cross over into the mainstream and reach an audience that is far wider than just a core country audience. So we have Orville Peck's new album, Bronco. Next one up is one of the biggest indie stars of recent years, Father John Misty. His first album coming out, first since 2018. That was God's Favorite Customer, and that one was an album that was a little more restrained, more of a straight up collection of songs. It wasn't like this big grandiose concept. This sounds like will be a little different. It's very orchestral. The whole artwork and everything surrounding it, the songs that we've heard so far, have a little bit of an old school Hollywood feel, so there's definitely like a certain concept behind it, and a more return to a more grandiose feel to it. So that's a very interesting one. He's really going all out with this one. Has released a few songs prior to it, and this is definitely one of the indie releases, that indie rock releases that people have been looking forward to for a while now. Father John Misty's album is called Chloe and the Next 20th Century. Then the next one up is a brand new black metal band. Yeah, we don't want to only cover the big names here. We also want to show you a little bit of the underground, what's going on there. And Arborea, I hope I'm saying this right, I don't know, I was having trouble with black metal band names. But yeah, this is a band that releases their debut album. It's out digitally now, coming out on vinyl with a little bit of a delay. And well, this is really relentless black metal, much in the vein of the kind of second wave black metal from the 90s, but with a much more modern production. And there's definitely some death metal, sometimes even some proggy influences here. So it's a little bit of a mix of many different subgenres of extreme metal coming together here. Guys who can really play their instruments, so it's a really good album. Really one to check out for our fans of the more heavy side of things. They call it dystopian black metal. Well, I guess we really do need more subgenres in metal. There's just not enough of them. Alright, this is Arborea and their self-titled debut album. And then last but not least, we have the newest product of the UK hype machine. It's Wetlake with their also self-titled debut album. And it's been a little while since the debut album has gotten so much attention prior to its release. Well, Wetlake really made a splash last year with 2 songs, Chase Lounge and Wet Dream. And well, they were really soaked up by the UK music press. They love nothing more than a new band that they can really hype up. And well, the songs were really fun, really catchy. It's a nice fresh breath of air for the indie rock world. So the expectations are sky high for this one. Even Dave Grohl said he loved it. So Wetlake, there's a lot of pressure on it, but what's nice for them is they are getting some attention right off the bat, so they could be the next big indie rock superstars. Wetlake with their self-titled debut album. Alright, as I said, you can pre-order all those records straight through us on the 22soundrecords.com. Follow us on our social media. We put out a record of the day every day, and that is really just kind of a free-for-all. There is a little bit of everything in there. We're looking at big classics, we're talking about brand new albums, we're talking about hidden gems, underground stuff, a little bit for everybody. Hopefully you can discover some cool stuff that you might have not known about before, or maybe you rediscover some stuff that you haven't thought about in a while. That's at 22 Sound Records. And please don't forget to hit that subscribe button. We'll be back next week looking at the upcoming week and more cool record releases coming on. All right, thank you. See you next week.